We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. I'm Steve and Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWit, and this is the Land Academy Show.
This is episode number 2107. Today's topic, how to fund a real estate deal with a syndication.
Are you bored? Yeah. No. Oh, I'm not talking to you.
Oh. We had different answers there.
Who, like, I wonder if anybody searched and is listening to this show, never heard us before. They're like, this is the one. This is the one show. I found these people. I need to hear about the syndication. And I was just curious.
Hey, guess who came up with the topics this week?
I wonder.
Jill DeWitt.
I did not come up with this topic.
Deal funding all week this week.
Oh, yeah, I did. I came up with deal funding, but I have a different spin on it. But thank you. I came up with a weekly theme, not the daily breakdowns, but
all week this week, we're talking about the 5 ways to get your real estate deal funded, and being part of a syndication on either side of it is one of those ways. Each day on the show, we answer a question from our Land Academy member Discord forum, and we take a deep dive into land-related topics by popular request.
Tony and Kristen wrote, I have a question about mobile home pricing. I used O2O, aka offers2owners.com, to pull data, scrub the list, and price. Now I'm testing for reason, but this is my first mobile home mailer, so I could use some guidance. So Offers2Owners recommend starting with a 20% or 25% of retail, similar to vacant land, but then adjusting, which is what you do, given the fact that there's a mobile home on the property. Now, as I'm reviewing the zip codes and selecting APNs to test, I'll run the addresses in Zillow and then get a significantly higher price per acre and then some really nice mobile homes. And then I'll increase the offer to 35 to 40%. Is this common, or am I overanalyzing? I would say overpricing, but...
You're not overanalyzing.
Okay,
this is an incredibly good question.
Mm-hmm.
It's detailed and presented perfectly. And I can tell, I know you guys are new, that you're going to do incredibly well. So thank you for asking it, and then I'll explain. In every data set, there's outliers. So when you go to price anything, whether it's houses or land or mobile homes or anything like that, you're going to get within a geography, let's say a zip code, you're going to get some price per acre examples that are way too expensive for your data set and way too cheap. I don't know how they work their way into your data set. The chances are they got reported, but they're not real. So things sneak into our data sets. It's way easier to price mobile homes because we have more data, and we can tie values to mobile homes based on a few things, namely the age of the mobile home. So you think about your car. If you drive around an old car, good for you. I do all the time. It's usually worth a lot less than if you drive a brand new car. And it's the same thing with mobile homes. Mobile homes and automobiles in the eyes of the law are the same. And so they depreciate or devalue pretty seriously. New mobile homes are very expensive. Old mobile homes are very inexpensive, but the price of the land is the same. So what we're doing is trying to capture a low quality mobile home on an amazing piece of land. And Jill and I do this all the time. So in your data set, I want you to choose a county or a zip code that part of its data set tells you the age of the mobile home. We usually start at about 1940, which is when mobile homes started to be prevalent, and as new as maybe 1985, 1990, sometimes 2000. If you go into real recent mobile homes, they're going to be very expensive, and they're going to be valued that way and probably taxed that way, because we're using assessor database. So to get a data set for mobile homes, a like-kind data set, choose an older mobile home. You don't want to buy a newer mobile home anyway. They're too expensive, and it's not what we're trying to accomplish in most cases.
Thank you. Correct.
This is very good question. Yeah. And it's...
that's obviously Jack's side of the sheet.
You know what? I love that you did some stuff. You follow their directions, and there's some things that you're not... that don't make complete sense to you. You're totally applying common sense here, and it's just not making sense. And I think It's a great train of thought. Today's topic, how to fund a real estate deal with a syndication. A syndication is a very fancy word for something that's very simple. I've got 10 friends. I have a great real estate deal and I'm staring at it. I don't have any money. I've got 10 friends who have $10 each. They're all going to put $10 in. We're going to buy the thing together, resell it, and everybody gets more back. They get their $10 back plus a little bit of juice on the top because of the profit. That's all a syndication is. It gets in the news, and we all kind of know about syndications if you've been in real estate for a while, because it is a capital raising potential scheme that was, like a lot of things in the 50s and 60s, abused. And so there's some serious laws. Even if 3 people are sitting in a room, there's some very serious rules about syndicating a real estate deal with them. I don't care if you know them or don't know them. So a syndication, we talked about, Elon Musk taking a company public. Everybody buys a few shares of stock. It's real affordable. There's some serious rules. The SEC has made sure there are serious rules to follow and all kinds of disclosures when you do that. But in the end, it's just a syndication. And it made him incredibly wealthy, one of the most wealthy people in the world, if not the wealthiest, for Tesla anyway. Another type of syndication is what he did with SpaceX. He brought in a few partners. They put tons of money in. Not a lot of people, just a few people. One person in particular. He syndicated the company. They own it all own it together, and theoretically, everybody's going to move happily ever after. How does it apply to us? I've got a great real estate deal. I don't have any money. I can choose to syndicate that real estate deal, and this is according to this is according to federal law. I can raise capital to do this real estate deal if I have an existing relationship with people, and I can prove that, a professional relationship, for more than 6 months.
This is all designed to protect the investor, correct?
It's designed
not wreak havoc, because that's how I see it.
Yes.
Like messing with me. Great. Okay.
What's happened, you're going to see this is going to become a very prevalent way for deals to get done in the next several years. We're seeing all kinds of people start these illegally start website-based portals or companies where you can put in $100, just like you would buy $100 share stock, and own part of that apartment building over there.
Right.
Jeff Bezos is doing this right now in a huge, huge way. I don't know how successful it is or not. And there's some serious rules that you have to follow to do that. Mm-hmm. The simplest way is to make sure that you're in part of a group for more than 6 months, like Land Academy. And so Jill and I have syndicated on both sides. We've been the syndicatee and the syndicator for properties that we believe in, with people that we've had more than a year. That have been Land Academy members for more than a year. Mm-hmm. So syndication is a great way to do specific deals but they have to be good deals. That's the whole. I think it goes without saying, the problems that have been with syndications that they're just bad deals. There's something about raising capital.
Right. The only time you hear about a syndication gone wrong is it went wrong, and then somebody raised their hand and then now is jumping up and down. If it all goes smooth and great, nobody's talking about it. If anything, they're like, we don't want to tell anybody what just happened. Let's just quietly do it again.
There's some personality types in business that are hardwired to raise money. That's just what they do. And there's like, if you read any of the Warren Buffett, all of the stuff that he's written, he has said, I was hardwired to use capital markets to raise capital. And he's been crazy successful with it because he did it the right way. And he's a bright guy, and he's not a crook. Most of the people that I've ever met who are capital raisers, professional capital raisers, don't have the best intentions in mind. And they raise capital, set a huge salary for themselves, and basically they're professional capital raisers. That's going on in Palo Alto right now, and has been for a couple of decades, with seed capital and private equity and all of that.
Sure.
When someone comes to us to try to raise capital, it happens all the time. That's non-real estate deal based. We just kind of chuckle.
Well, what's funny is sometimes it usually happens like it's the latest and greatest thing. They just got this new thing, and here's what you got to get in on this. I'm gonna let you in now. That's the last thing I want to hear.
Yeah, the worst type of syndication is what I call macro-syndication, where detimbering Venezuela right now is really hot. Give me your $100 and I'll show you.
Right.
We don't ever syndicate anything like that. Well, how we do it and how you should consider on either end of it, only ever consider a syndication is this. Here's the real estate deal. Or we're buying this property for $30,000 and I can show you really clearly that it's worth $90,000 wholesale, and you probably get all your money back with about 90 days. Here's the 92 other deals we did this month that fit that profile.
Right.
And even then, it's slimy.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a group with Land Academy and you are believe in this product and believe in Jill and I and a small group, and you know other people in the group and you're feeling great about it, I would never consider syndication of any kind on either side.
True.
Join us tomorrow where it's Friday, and we're going to discuss using your own money to fund a real estate deal. This is the fifth and final installment of this week where we're talking about financing deals, getting a deal done with equity or debt. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
We are Jack and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable, and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.